Recently, in the last 10 years, Robert Marzano has summarized all the research that has um, been out there about student learning and in student achievement and what goes on in successful classrooms in schools. So what we want to do is look at the flipped classroom and how his instructional strategies that he talks about apply to the flipped classroom. And so when we start looking at things such as mind maps and feedback and hypotheses and cues and advanced organizers and note taking, reinforcing effort, recognition, homework, and practice, how does that apply to the flip? Because we want to make sure that the flipped classroom is sound fundamentally before we even implement those types of things into our classroom on a daily basis. And so when we look at um, knowledge, we know that our teacher has the knowledge, but what we want to do is we want to transfer that knowledge to the student. Well, we feel that video samples can show students what to do, for instance, when they create a mind map and that non-linguistic representation. What the mind map should look like, how you want to branch off, how you want to connect it, how do you want to connect some of those web ideas. That's something that we can create videos around to help students with the note-taking, process. Also, when we're setting objectives and creating feedback, video introductions are a great way to set objectives, and so it's consistent every time. But in the flipped classroom, he talks about feedback has to be immediate. Well, in a regular traditional classroom, sometimes feedback isn't 2 or 3 days later or even longer. But in a flipped classroom, feedback is immediate because the teacher is walking around to each individual student and giving them feedback on how they're performing the task. Also generating hypotheses. What we found in the video process is that now we need to start asking questions in our videos to help stimulate thought. And so on our next round of videos, what you want to consider is that you should ask the students maybe why a concept is wrong. Stimulate the thought process. Have them work backwards. Try and figure out what the right answer is. And also, that's part of the cues and questions and advanced organizers is that you can create independent practice and guided practice and also use graphic organizers to help with the thought process in class with the teacher. But the student can create the graphic organizer if we show them how to create one or examples of some, they can kind of create their own. And also note taking, because it's a classroom video, students can start and stop the video and they can effectively take notes. Also providing recognition and reinforcement for effort. You're right there in class. You know if students are providing a good faith effort. And you can provide that recognition right in your classroom on a classroom board. And also giving your students points for really trying hard in your class and giving a great effort in class. Those can be part of the participation points. And then homework and practice. Homework can be something like a short reading assignment or taking notes on a video or reviewing a short exercise in class along with the short reading. It's something that isn't too difficult, so it's appropriate for most home and educational settings. So that's something that it matches, I feel, well with Robert Marzano's work and research, and so we feel that the flipped classroom has is sound in its fundamental core. Thank you.